Hey everybody, it's Cindy here, and I wanted to talk to you today about our relationships and living an inspired life. So recently I had a masterclass about how to live an inspired life and shared 12 ingredients to live inspired, right? And what I did not focus a lot on is how our relationships are a piece of being inspired as well. We talked about connection as an ingredient with living an inspired life and feeling connected to all living things, people, nature, animals, etc. But I want to talk today about how we can be inspired in our relationships. And so I have four really ideas to share with you around all of that today. Okay, so first off, I want you to think about the 5 people you spend the most time with. The 5 people you spend the most time with. Now, maybe you live with these people, maybe you work with these people, maybe they're a best friend of yours or something, or anyway, who are the 5 people you spend the most time with, and have those faces flash in your mind right now or the names come up. And why am I asking you this? Because the research says we become like the 5 people we spend the most time with, okay? So if you want to live an inspired life, you want to think about who those 5 people are you spend the most time with, and really assess and evaluate if you do find those relationships inspiring, or possibly the opposite, if you find them very challenging and difficult or stressful. Okay, so keep that in mind. The top 5 people you spend time with are who you are most likely to become like. And if you're surrounding yourself with these 5 people that you don't really respect or admire, you might want to watch out for that and think about that and rethink that. So one way to do this is, okay, the second thing I want you to think about around all of this, and what I want you to do is make a list of the 25 people you spend the most time with. Okay, 25 people. Now, you might be like, I don't spend time with 25 people. Well, you probably do. You probably do more than you think that you do. So think about everybody you live with, everybody you work, within a department with, or who your closest colleagues are, or who's on the team or whatever, or who you volunteer with, committees you're on, neighbors you spend time with, if you belong to clubs or organizations, churches, community clubs, sports, if you have an exercise class you attend with other people, anywhere you go, like your family, any family members you spend time with, friendship groups, people you're dating, if you have a spouse, your spouse's, your in-laws, anything like that. Maybe your kids' friends' parents. I spent a lot of time with other people on bleachers for years watching my children's sporting events or concerts or whatever. So anywhere you go, so think of the 25 people you spend the most time with. You'll have to do this later. I know you don't have time to do it right now, but think about those top 25. And then next to every name, I want you to put a plus sign or a minus sign. Okay, this is a private activity. Don't worry, no one's looking. I'm not going to check your work. Nobody's going to. Plus sign or minus sign. Now, the plus sign people are those people that you do feel inspired around, that you feel uplifted around, that you feel good about yourself when you're around them. You have fun with them. You laugh with these people. You trust these people. You delight in their company. You look forward to seeing them. You make efforts to spend time with them, right? Because they're a positive influence in your life. So if for the majority of time you feel really good about that relationship, put a plus sign. The negative signs are going to go by the people that are in your life, but you sort of kind of wish they weren't, maybe, or you avoid them sometimes if you can, or you're tolerating a lot of difficult dynamics with them. Now, this could mean you're in a toxic relationship in a marriage or someone you live with, you're in a toxic friendship, you have unhealthy family dynamics, you have colleagues at work that you do not like, you disrespect, you wish you didn't have to see them every day at the job or whatever, a boss that's, kind of abusive, or, anything like, or the nosy neighbor that drives you up the wall, anything like that. So if you view a person more as kind of in that negative realm in your life that's on your list, put a negative sign. Okay. So after you've done this, you've done your 25, you've made your marks, I want you to look over it and see if the majority of people you're spending time with you would put in the positive realm, or if they're in the negative realm, and strive to shift it so you're spending more time with the positive people and focusing more on those relationships, because what we focus on expands. So you want to focus on positive relationships, healthy relationships, relationships that excite you, pump you up, help you feel good, because you will be more inspired in your life if you stay in that high vibration energy, right? Okay? That'll help you tap into your most creative self, your most your most high functioning healthy self if you're around those people that are more positive and uplifting to be around. And the opposite is true if you're around people that are negative. It drags you down, it zaps you of energy, it's draining, right? It's emotionally draining. So do your best to look at that list and keep focused on the ones you put the positive sign. Any with the negative, you want to limit your time or cut the relationships off altogether if that's possible. But limit your time and limit the amount of influence they have in your life. Okay, so limit the power and influence they have in your life. Limit the time you're with them and around them, and shield yourself from their negativity as much as possible, okay? This is to help you live more inspired, all right? So you're going to kind of sort the laundry of your relationships through this activity. Okay, third point I want to make around all this, which may feel very redundant, but I want you to surround yourself with people you respect, you admire, ones that you really kind of want to be like. Now, these may be people already in your midst, or they may be people that you have been admiring from afar, right? This could be, an author you really enjoy. This could be a speaker that you find inspiring, a preacher you find inspiring, someone who has reached goals that you're striving for. Okay, maybe you want to start a nonprofit and you don't know how to do it, but you have some people out there you've read about or you've seen in action that are directing nonprofits, that have run nonprofits or founded them. And so you want to spend time with that person if you can, literally with them if you can, offer to take them to lunch, for example. If they're, feel out of reach and you can't get to them personally, then you want to read their biographies or read any articles they've written. You want to go learn about their foundation and how it started up as a grassroots organization or whatever. So get yourself in the energy and the flow of successful people that are doing what you are striving to do in your life. So you want to read about them. You want to spend time with them if possible. Pay to spend time with them if possible. So buy their books. If they're teaching a lecture series, go. Pay money to attend it. Anything like that, to get trained underneath them, to be in their presence and be in their energy and really capture it and be inspired by it. You also could develop what's called mastermind groups, which are basically people who come together who are striving for something in their lives. And maybe they're all striving for the same thing, like with my earlier example. There are maybe all of your 5 to 10 different people who are all starting up nonprofits. Or maybe you get in a mastermind group where some of you are starting nonprofits and then somebody else, there's a few others who are already beginning nonprofits, and you get together once or twice a month and like share what works, what doesn't. You ask questions and feed off each other's information and experiences and support each other in that journey and celebrate your celebrations together, your successes together, and then work through some of the challenges. But it's a mastermind group. It's a group you use to help, carry each other, move each other forward, and hold each other accountable to what you say you want. So that's another way to surround yourself with people that you respect and admire, and who might be kind of in that flow of striving for something, reaching higher in their lives to do good or whatever. And then the fourth point, final point I want to make, is to let yourself be inspired. Put yourself in situations where you are in the presence of people that are inspirational to you. Now, this could be, again, reading autobiographies of people in our history that have done amazing things, or whatever you would call amazing things. Watching documentaries about things like that. Go to art galleries and see the amazing works of art. Just go be in the presence of works of art and look at them and take them in and realize the hours and hours of dedication and inspiration required to create even one piece, let alone a whole gallery full. Go to science museums and notice and take part in the little experiments, or see all the fascinating ways that we've grown through the work of science and scientists around the world. Take in a theatrical performance or an orchestral performance, or go to a rock concert. Anybody who's really a master at what they're doing. They're experts. They're in their core genius, doing what they love, and be in their presence and watch them do it. It's incredible to watch. It's incredibly inspiring. And what it will do is ignite your own creativity. It'll ignite your own creativity, and you'll go, oh, I want some of that. And whether it's the same kind of thing, like you want to learn to play an instrument, or learn how to write a song, or write a book, or knit the coolest scarf ever, or start a business, or whatever it is. It can be anything. But being in the presence of greatness is a way to use relationships and connection with other people to live an inspired life and put yourself up in a higher notch. I love to go to movies. I love to watch movies. But there's two ways that I watch movies. Okay, there's two ways that I watch movies. First, I watch the movie, like to enjoy the story or whatever's going on in the movie, right? Enjoy the plot and watch the story evolve over the couple of hours or whatever. But my other eyes are watching from the perspective of, wow, I wonder how this movie was made. Look at that set. Listen to those sounds. Watch the acting. Look how well they're acting. It's amazing. Or I think about the writers often, like, how did they start with a blank piece of paper and come up with this? It just fascinates me to think of all the talent required to put together a movie, and it inspires me. So my favorite is to go to movies that are true stories, because then I'm inspired by the movie. I'm inspired by the true story of the person that's, beaten the odds and become a champion or whatever in their core genius. And I'm amazed at what it took to put the movie together. It just oozes me with excitement, and I feel like I can change the world. And then I go into where my core genius is and really go for it, right? And I've done all of these. I've done all of these activities to really make sure I'm spending time and focusing on relationships that truly inspire me and lift me up. And I've surrounded myself with people who are really at the level of working in their core genius and creating the lives they really want, or people that I feel like have succeeded, are in a level higher than me, and I want to be like them. And I've hired people. I've paid big bucks big bucks over the last 10 years of my life, to be in the presence of people that are wildly successful, multi-millionaires doing what they love that I can learn from. And, so and taken time to learn from them, spent time, energy, and money I made a huge commitment to myself, investing in those things, to be coached by them, trained by them, certified by them, and just soak them up like sponges. And you can do that too. So make sure that you have people that inspire you in your life. And if there's any part of you that wants to have a coach in your life that you feel inspired by, and you think I might be that coach, let me know. And you can apply. It's just a phone call, and we'll just talk. And so just message me privately or message me here, comment below, and we'll set up a time that we can just chat about all the possibilities to get you where you want to go. All right, so go take care. Go assess those relationships and go get inspired, because there's tons of people out there that can inspire you and support you as you continue to move forward and create anything that you want. And I'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.